Mike Owens here, joined today by Impa Kasanganay, who returns to action PFL 8, facing Josh Silveira. Impa, always a pleasure, my man. How are things with you today?
I'm great, man. Appreciate you. How are you doing?
I'm very well. All the better for talking with you today. And how are your emotions ahead of your return?
I'm at peace. I'm doing what I love. I'm like just grateful. I'm moving parts, a great team around me, many blessings, and like the fight week is always so fun because it's like a reunion every time,
Mm.
and I'm looking forward to claiming this victory. That's it. Like ready to go. It's the honor God did my job, and everything else comes together with that. So I'm grateful.
This is your fourth fight this year, hopefully fifth if you get to the final. I think it's your ninth fight since April 2023. How's the body holding up, and have you put any special measures in place in order for recovery or to keep yourself moving throughout this season?
Yeah, body's actually healthier than it's ever been in my career. I'm grateful. As far as special measurements, management, taking care of myself better, the way I eat, the way I sleep, the way I recover, the way I think, journaling a lot, reading more, spending a lot of time to myself with my dog. Peaceful, man. I'm just, that's cool. It's been cool. I've been doing whatever I can to guard my heart and maintain my peace. That's where I've been.
Well, you now face Josh Silveira in a rematch less than a year in the making from the final last year. Does that complicate things because you have fought him very recently over 5 rounds? You know a little bit of his game. He knows a little. Oh, you're shaking your head. So why does that not complicate things?
Man, I think we overcomplicate many things when I have it make it bigger than the moment. Like a fight's a fight. It's a title fight. It's a fight in the street. It's a fight at the gym. It's a fight with your friend. At the end of the day, it is the root word of it all is a fight. And I have one standard: dominate, claim victory, move forward. It's not harder than that. It's everything else that goes into it. Yeah, you put the training, the conditioning, you do the nutrition, you whatever you say. Like it's all for one thing. Like even like boxing or wrestling or jiu-jitsu, like you're only doing it to make yourself a better fighter,
Mm.
right? When it comes down to fighting, I'm committed to doing what I'm called to do. It's like to your opponent, take him out, move forward, respect, and, honor God, do my job. That's it. Like it's not this. That's why you like the idea of burning the ships. Like that fight may as well have never happened. It happened. It's great. Claim that victory. This is the next. But I burned that ship. I burned all that stuff behind me, and I move forward.
I don't. We'll get back to the interview in just a second, guys. But first and foremost, I want to tell you about an incredible new offer from our partners over at DraftKings. Right now, if you're a new DraftKings customer, go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and bet $5 on any bet you like, and receive $150 in bonus bets instantly. All you have to do is use our promo code InsideFighting. I don't anticipate Josh Silveira was the top of your list for rematches you want to get back in your career. So can I ask, is there a rematch that you do want in your career, one that you would like to get back?
As far as I guess term wise, you say rematch would be Johnny Eblen.
Mm.
Be a great fight. Respect that one. Like Johnny Eblen, Buckley,
Mm.
and Carlston Harrison. The guys that they say what and I fought Michael Bedeliev and Eagle, but really, if you say the one, it'd be Johnny Eblen. Like that was like the best fighters ever got to fight, and he's an excellent champion, and I won that one. So now when I get that one back, I'm gonna put an end to it. So
Does this season feel any different second time around, Impa? I mean, some fighters come to me and they say as they go through each season, things change, they mature, they know how to do it second time round. I mean, you did it first time round, but does this second go of the PFL season, does that feel any different to the first?
in ways, when you get more attention, everything like that. But these are the things I expected of myself. Like going into last season, I was introducing myself, right? And I've always believed who I am. I've always believed I was a champion. I was just like last year, I was saying challenger to champion, challenger to champion, challenger to champion. And still, I started in the challenger series, so I still feel the same in those regards. But I was looking at like, this is who I am. and I carry myself as a champion. I believe I'm champion, and I move forward as one. So the only thing that's different is like, I guess people more so recognize like you get, hey, what's up, champ? How you doing, man? Or you have like different perks. Like PFL's been awesome with so many different sponsorships, different opportunities. That's cool. But even last year, I was already being considered for many of that. So it's a more elevated version of than where I was last season. But gonna get it done again.
And come November, the same prize is up for grabs. There's a second chance at winning the world title, and there's another $1 million. Is there one that you're more motivated to get at the end of this season, or one that you're less? Where do you stand across those two prizes?
Between the two prizes,
Yeah.
as far as like being a champion of the $1 million.
Which one means more to you?
Oh, being a champion, man. The money will come. I mean, some days you feel like, man, it's really nice to have a lot of money, but then it's also like you're like, you can keep earning that. You can keep building on projects in and outside of fighting. But you can't pay to be a champion. You can't buy being a champion. You can't. You can be great at business and great at things, but to be a champion of something, that's special. That's very few and far between, and a very small percentage. Even the elites, they're millionaires all over the world. You can go learn that. You can go do that. I'm sitting outside this restaurant. You can open a burger shop and become a millionaire, and that's great. But to be a champion is a something only held for those who really earned that, and it's something written in history forever. So to be a champion, to claim that victory again, want to do that. Really, if you look at 3 title fights within a year, and I won all 3. They recognized for 2 of them. Well, they recognized for this next one when I claimed victory at the end of the year, and I'm grateful that's it. So to get that title, when I get the title at the end of the year, it's definitely a lot more because the money comes with.
Is 205 pounds your home for the rest of your career, do you think?
The rest of my career, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I would love to fight multiple weight classes, like go heavyweight, fight up. I mean, I see Francis is back. I see all these other heavyweights, and then go back to middleweight, go claim those titles. Like, I'm healthy. I'd even look at 170 again. I got to do it right and be healthy. But I love a challenge, and I love to put myself in that like a position to where I can 4 titles, 4 weight classes, do something really special. Like I don't really put like, oh, this is for the rest of my career because there's so much more to claim. I'm sorry.
No problem. You're all good. Um, you mentioned the big man's name there, Francis, and you also mentioned his name, I think, a couple of fights ago in one of your post-fight interviews. Is that a fight that you still want?
Of course. Yeah, I wanted to give him time to respect until I saw that he was fighting again before I called him out based on what he went through as a person, as a man. But yeah, for sure. I mean, I still want that fight. I love that fight. I look forward to that day. And one day they'll lock the cage and it'll be Impa Kasanganay taking out Francis Ngannou.
What interests you most in that fight? I mean, past the fact that he's arguably the baddest man on the planet, what interests you about that fight so much?
Well, it's that. It's like he's champion. He's done great work. He's doing so much great work. I mean, it would bring so much great recognition to what's going on currently, like as far as being a fighter, being an African fighter. That to me is just super cool. And like he's the challenge of it. Like he's an excellent fighter. He's powerful. He's smart. He's coached well. He's learning. He's putting himself in better positions. Like why wouldn't I want that? Like why wouldn't I want that challenge? And why wouldn't I want to take out that 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 prize? It'd be a title fight. It'd be all that. So it's like to be a champion and take out one of the best in history, for sure.
Do you think he beats Renan Ferreira?
It's close. I don't think Renan Ferreira's a guy to just sleep on. Renan Ferreira's good, very good. I think Renan Ferreira, coach well, solid athlete. Obviously, the things everybody needs to work on. I think Francis gets it done, but I think it's close.
100%. Well, it brings me on to my next point quite nicely because that's obviously the return to PFL in Saudi Arabia. You obviously fought on the champion versus champion card back in February. And when I checked the champions versus champions listing, you were the only champion from PFL or Bellator who enrolled into the 2024 regular season. So you win this world title for a second time round in November. Do you want something more after that? Would a third season interest you, or do you kind of go back into that super fight territory?
That's the debate. I love to fight, so it's cool. If there's an 85 tournament, for sure. 205, also consider that. It's like, let's see what's best. I know my trainers probably want me to spread it out when I fight rather than back to back to back. For me, I love to fight, so it's like, let's do another season again. It would interest me to do another weight class, go to heavyweight or go to middleweight. But I just think I think it's cool. We'll see what PFL would say. Maybe they want me to do super fight series and make big fights and all that. And if it's better for myself, my family, my future family, I'm all for it. It's like I just want to fight consistently. I want to fight at least 4 times a year. I want to fight. I love what I get if it's 3 times a year. I'm grateful too, but the fact that I get to fight 5 times a year right now and I'm healthy and things are getting better, why not? Because you don't get to do this your entire life. So I look at it as like I look at it as a blessing when I get to fight. That's it. So definitely interested in another season. Definitely interested in doing it again. But I'm gonna say God, wherever He sends me, I'll go.
There's a lot of talk of Alex Pereira could be the first triple champion in the UFC at middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. Maybe that could be you. If you retain this light heavyweight title, you could do not only 185, but then also go up to heavyweight and become the
Yes,
first
sir.
PFL triple champion. How does that sound?
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing, and I see that happening. I like that. See, look. This is why we have guys like you in this world. I appreciate that.
Well, no, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the times that we've spoken, all the wisdom that you've given me, and it's been so great to see you get in this position, Impa. It really has. To see you lift that world title in November and see what you've done in your career is truly exceptional. And I just want to ask you, I want to give you the floor. How does it feel to have proved not only yourself right, but maybe some of the doubters wrong over the last 12 months?
Oh man, golly, it's like it feels good to me because I just like ignore the doubters. People are gonna doubt what you do and what you're going for. Like I talk to my team vibes. Sometimes people like you're good. Like I was talking to Jordan about this yesterday. Sometimes you have to have people around you who are just as insane, right, from the outside looking in. And what feels great is like that we proved ourselves right at the team, right? Because I remember when I did go to 205. Why go to 205? Why? Who would fight at 205? Why would you do this? Why would you fight this guy? And then you look at it, and like, wow, that's your weight class. That's what you're meant to do. And it's like the ones who didn't believe, now they do. And that to me is even cooler than saying the ones who doubted, they're just proving them wrong. I don't even give them the attention that they deserve. So it just feels great because you're like, man, it affirms that maybe you are as crazy as you needed to be. That's great. And taking that leap of faith always pays off. So I thank God for it.
Is there a quote or a saying or a message that you've been meditating on throughout this camp or throughout this year? I mean, I know that you're a man full of wisdom. Is there something that you would like to impart not only to me, but also to the people, the fans watching this?
Yeah, for my gym, it was refinery to say like how long are you going to wait before you demand the best of yourself? And now it's just switch it to how long am I going to wait before I demand the best of myself? And I guess one thing I've learned in that is that in all that I do, everything that I'm well for, be the best at what I do and be the best version of myself in it. Whether it's and then as you progress and move forward, what do I need to still keep in my life? What do I need to let go of my life? And that's actually too something I've been really meditating on a lot recently is like above all else, guard your heart because everything you do flows from it. And I think sometimes we let things get into our heart space and our mental space that can mess with what we want to become or can encourage what we want to become. And that's just it's a Bible verse. It's like Proverbs 4:23. And that one really sticks out to me because you have to really, really keep your heart in the best place because if not, you're going to be alive.
100%. Well, last one from me, Imper, and I really do always appreciate your time. I'd like to know, give me a walkthrough of the perfect fight day. I want to know what happens when you wake up in the mornings, when you go to sleep at night, and you face off against
Oh,
Joshua.
shoot. Man. So you wake up, you go for a walk, thank God, you listen to music, sit by the water and you pray. Meet up with the team, do your shakeout, laugh, dial in, get a great breakfast, disappear again. Do all the media, whatever PFL needs, go in the fight at peace, get off that cloud, take them out, look forward to the title fight. That's what I'm doing.
I love it. Well, Impa, it's always good catching up. Even better to see you in action. Have a great and safe rest of the week, and best of luck for the next fight.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good to see you.